guest is Connecting Point regular Mike Quincy, back for season 5. Good to have you, sir. He's automotive content specialist for Consumer Reports magazine. We are going to talk about web content, where you're taking a look at two very popular vehicles, Honda CR-V and Ford F-150 pickup, that have come out with new versions. But first, we got a contact from a viewer over the summer who said, hey, if you get Mike the Car Guy back, would you ask him a question for me?
I like that name.
Mike you want to be Mike the Car Guy? That's who you are now. No problem. We can do that. The viewer said they wanted some advice. They want to get something in a midsize sedan or small SUV with all-wheel drive for New England winters and a low to mid-20s price range. They are partial, to Toyota, Subaru, and Honda, but they could be persuaded to look at other brands, American models. What do you say to them?
Toyota, Subaru, and Honda is a great place to start. In fact, that's probably where I'm going to send them. Toyota Highlander, great car. V6 powertrain. The hybrid version gets phenomenal fuel economy, a little on the pricey side. Not exactly, I wouldn't call it cheap, but definitely a used Highlander is a good model. Honda, the Honda CR-V, even we're going to be talking about the redesigned CR-V later, but even the current CR-V that's out right now, or a used CR-V, is a great, reliable, fuel efficient car. Did very well in Consumer Reports tests. And the last manufacturer, Subaru, that's like the car of New England. Whether you get the Tribeca, if you need a little bit more room, like a third row seat, although its V6 engine is a little bit thirsty and it's not quite as refined as the Highlander. But I would steer you toward the Forester. That's really the Subaru of choice here. Standard all-wheel drive, great reliability, really good performance results in Consumer Reports testing, and just terrific all-weather vehicle. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those.
Very good. We'll pass it on if she doesn't get to see this. But let's talk about the blog posts, if you will, Consumer Reports on the website, talking about two really popular vehicles that you see a lot of, and they've been rejuvenated by their makers. Excuse me. One is the 2015 CR-V Honda small SUV. You say it is revitalized, a new CR-V. What do you like about the new version?
It's one of the most popular vehicles of Consumer Reports readers and subscribers. I mean, the great thing about a website is you can tell the clicks. They're always clicking on it. People are always inquiring about the CR-V. The new CR-V has a new engine, new suspension. Honda is really trying hard to improve upon some of its weak points of its products, namely noise, like wind noise, road noise. To make Hondas fuel efficient, they make them lighter. They might take out some sound insulation, so more noise comes in. So Honda says the new CR-V is going to be quieter, it's going to be faster, it's going to be more fuel efficient. It has a lot more safety features. It has lane departure warning, front collision warning, adaptive cruise control. These are really high-tech safety features that you don't normally find in a segment priced around like what a CR-V is. So we're really looking forward to buying a new one of these and putting it through our tests.
You mentioned that if you look at it, it just looks very new and different inside and out.
Right. Yeah, Honda didn't just do the stuff underneath, which is the most important, but they really stylized this car up. I mean, the new CR-V looks more modern. It looks sleek. It looks really, functional, but also it's not a bad-looking small SUV. I mean, the CR-Vs have always been kind of, very very stodgy and very, you don't buy one for the looks necessarily. But the new one is quite impressive-looking sheet metal.
A lot of safety gear, you touched on that, and a real luxury, and I always get a kick out of this one, but I guess if you've had it, maybe you get a 10-way powered and heated driver's seat.
That's one of the things that the CR-V has been lacking is more luxurious accommodations for the front passengers. I mean, Subarus, you always can get Subarus with heated seats. I mean, they know their clientele. Honda isn't quite as well known in the Northeast like Subaru is, but they realize that people are buying a CR-V for its all-weather capability. So you're going out at early in the morning in a cold Massachusetts winter, and you start up your CR-V. Now you can hit the little button and get heated. If you've never had heated seats, trust me, you'll never go back.
One more question on the CR-V. I was impressed by the mileage. you guys reported. A 26 average city, 33 on the highway.
According to the EPA.
EPA, yep, and about 28 overall. That isn't bad for a car this weight, this size, I thought.
Right, and also considering it's not a hybrid. This is just a direct injected 4-cylinder engine with a continuously variable transmission, which is generally smaller and lighter than a traditional 4, 5, 6, 7-speed automatic. So we're going to have to see what it's like, because we often disagree with how the EPA does fuel economy testing. So we'll have to see what kind of fuel economy we're going to get. But those initial numbers look very impressive.
Let's talk, we've got about a minute and a half left. Let's talk the Ford F-150 pickup. Most purchased vehicle in America for more than 3 decades. I think I saw one figure, they think there's about 30 million of them on the road over those years. It's lighter with more aluminum and high-strength steel, which has obvious benefits, but the big worry is it's still going to be that workhorse to pull that huge load?
You know, when you're in charge of replacing, updating, redesigning an icon like the Ford F-150 pickup truck, that's a pretty heavy burden. So you've got to make it tough. You've got to continue to help it do what buyers have always expected an F-150 to do, and that's haul stuff. You got to put stuff in the bed. You got to hook up trailers. We think that this new F-150 is really promising. But you mentioned the high-strength steel and the aluminum. Talking about taking 700 pounds out of this vehicle. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, that's better than Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig or any of those other diet programs. Nobody is losing that much weight. Certainly, a manufacturer that can take that much poundage out of a vehicle is doing something very impressive. They're looking at better fuel economy. This is the kind of regulations that are looming on the horizon. They have to be lighter. They have to be more fuel efficient. They're coming out with V6 engines with turbochargers, so you can still get a traditional V8, still 4-wheel drive, crew cabs, all that stuff that traditional F-150 buyers are still loving, that this new one is going to have. We think that this is a very promising redesign, and the brief time that we had, we borrowed one from Ford to drive around our track and get our first impressions of it. We think this is going to be very competitive with the Ram 1500 and the Chevrolet Silverado.
Mike Quincy, the car guy from Consumer Reports magazine. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me on.